Okay, so I've created this sample video for the video pack page on the website. Now I've pixelated a lot of things out on this video because obviously I'm not going to give out all my free, all my good stuff for free on YouTube, or on the video pack page for that matter. So this video is on the inside of the video pack. However, it will have different audio. There'll be more explanation to the video as to what's happening, what I think's happening, and the parts that are pixelated out will not be pixelated out, so you can actually see what's happening on the screen. And I'm sharing with you different parts that I believe are actually prevalent to finding this trade. So if you want to see why I've picked this trade and I was virtually certain this was going to go adrift, then you'll have to check it out on the inside. So what we've got here is a mid-afternoon February race. February is renowned for being one of the worst months of the year for horse racing traders in the markets. I can tell you at this point in time, with 5 minutes left to the start of the race, there's only £150,000 matched on the entire market, which is rubbish. So for that reason, I'm not going to go in with huge stakes. Like I said, I am virtually certain that this is going to drift. However, I'm not going to go on huge stakes because should it go wrong at any point in time, I need to get out of the market safely with the most minimum risk as I can. It's all about limiting your risk and maximising your potential profit. So when that pixelated window disappears in a second, you should see the market's already gone a bit of a drift from the start where I was waffling there about what might happen in the market. So I've got my initial bets matched at 11.5 and it may be 12 or 11. I can't quite see because the pixelated window at the moment. However, there we go, we can just see down the bottom, you can see 11.5 and 12 is where I got initial bets matched. So I've only used £150, which is not a huge trade. But like I said, because of the liquidity, I'm not going to use a huge trade. So there is actually a pattern to this, and regardless of what happens in this market around this runner, I expected this runner to drift anyway, for various reasons. What happens in the market is important around this runner, and it can either make it drift a hell of a lot or make it drift not all that much. So I've just switched some runners around on the ladders there, and you'll see on the left the market overview graph, the Geeks Toy software. It's very helpful. You can see that there's a blue line and it's just dipped back out at the moment. However, I was actually expecting a little bit of support for this runner, and there has been some support. If you look back to the beginning of the video, there was a bit of support for that runner. Now, I don't expect that this is going to go a wild drift. It's popped back out for now, but I would have thought it'd probably come back in. So that combined with what's going on, I'm quite confident it's getting filled. I'm just hoping that because this fourth favourite on the graph, or the second favourite in the columns, if you like, has drifted out, we're going to get a little bit of a kickback on our price, and we can get on for a lower price again. So getting a little bit more value out of the market. That hasn't really happened because of the low liquidity in this race. However, you'll see what you can see now. There's a little bit more money coming for that runner there in the second column, more money being matched. So I've sold myself a little bit short here. I've got out at 14.5. I probably should have just held on to it that little bit longer. Been a little bit greedy, but then again, we'll do it. You know, it happens to all of us. If it didn't happen, we wouldn't be human, right? So second favourites, or second columns now coming back in, which is the fourth favourite. You can see on the graph, and we're drifting a little bit more. So there was definitely a drift in this price. There's no two ways about it. I was virtually certain at the beginning, and there's usually sort of 2 or 3 at least a day of these type of situations where you can expect a horse in a market to do something pretty much regardless of what happens elsewhere in the market. Now obviously the shorter the price, you know, and all that sort of stuff is holding a bigger chunk of the book, you know, the bigger interest in what happens to the rest of the prices in the book. So the favourite can sometimes affect that, but there's usually 2 or 3 opportunities like this each day, which you can capitalise on. Now, if you want to see the rest of this clip with a full audio explanation as to why I was virtually certain this market move, and see the non-pixelated parts on the video as well, then check out the video pack. Obviously it's not free, but if you can identify these situations and do half as well on a regular basis, it'll soon pay for itself. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the inside.